Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I am going to be doing some more projects with this Friendly Hello stamp set and designer series paper from the January, February, and here in Australia, first half of March celebration brochure. Here's what it looks like on the front. And it has been extended here in Australia to the 16th of March. And you can get this lovely, lovely set of papers and a coordinating stamp set with a minimum purchase of $180 here in Australia. And you get, it's a full pack of paper, 12 by 12, with coordinating designs. Let me get this turned over here. I love this stripe. Anyway, I think the colors are very, very pretty together and used individually. And then the stamp set has three really nice sentiments, and then the images coordinate perfectly with the images on the paper. So that's very fun to play with. And like I said, a purchase of $180, and that is yours. So let's get started. Good morning, Paula and Gladys, or good evening to you guys in the States. We're going to get started here. So I have done some pre-planning and pre-cutting, to make my first card, which is going to be very simple. It's the very basic layer of the designer series paper. It's got the swirls on the back, but I'm going to use this petal pink and basic white print on the front here. Let's go ahead and glue that on. I think I have two almost empty glue containers. We'll see how that works today. We have to run and get another one. There we go. And we'll get that glued on there. Set that aside. I went ahead and I stamped the double flowers in Versamark and heat embossed them with white and cut them out, and they're going to go on there. But let's work on, I'm going to bring in my mat because this is photopolymer, so we get that cushioning under there. And I'm bringing in the big Hello Friend sentiment. Ink that up well with the Versamark. I am going to bring in my embossing buddy. If you are in Australia and you don't have one of these, get in touch with me, because I have a couple extras in my stash that I'm selling at cost. Because Stampin' Up! Stopped carrying them a year or two ago. Well, I guess it's a couple years ago now. I don't know why. They're just wonderful for keeping extra embossing powder from sticking to your cardstock. Get that on there. And I know you can't see much with that right now. But I'm going to bring in my embossing box. This is my way to keep embossing powder from going everywhere. just right-handed today. Yeah, a little bit more up there. Now, I think you can see that. And now we're going to heat it up. And I've got my heat tool here. This powder is just, I still do a little happy dance. I've been stamping what? Over 15 years. And as it melts, it's just so cool. I'm going to get it so you can see the magic. There we go. So, how fun is that? Paper, there we go. So, I was thinking something kind of like, that. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and find my dimensionals. I had class over the weekend, so I'm down to, I'm not down to, I have plenty more dimensionals, but I have a lot of edges to get used up, so you'll see me doing that today. Edges are great. Sometimes they're just the best thing for some bits and pieces, but because you can cut them down really, really small. And sometimes you're just using up what you got, and that's fine. Hello, Renata. Thanks for joining me. Some more edges here. Just to figure out where to place these. Some more cutting. And I'm just not going to worry about the part that overlaps the sentiment rectangle. It's going to be just fine. Here. Get that right? I think I did. Good morning, Annette. How are you today? And Roseanne, hello. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, so there's that one. It's very simple, tone on tone, well, just the petal pink and white. Trying to decide. I'm not even sure I'm going to do any embellishments on there. We can come back, revisit that at the end maybe. So I'm starting off with some of the same elements here. Got that, but I'm going to step it up a little bit this time. And I have brought in, here we go, this stamp, which mimics some of the images that are printed on some of the papers, but this one I'm going to overstamp on the Designer Series paper with some Memento Tuxedo Black. That one I know is going to get covered up, so I'm just going to add a few of these kind of randomly here. Get an idea of how it's going to look here. Take another something up there. Coming out there. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Yeah, Roseanne, I really do like this set, and I played with it a bunch when I first got it, and then I set it aside, and so I decided I better bring it back out again, show people some things that we can do before it goes away. So I'm going to remind you that here's the first card I did, and so this is the same Designer Series paper. I've just overstamped it a bit. And now I'm going to do this panel. And I'm going to bring back my mat. Same sentiment in Versamark. That's a Versamark. Oh. And this time I am going to emboss. Sorry about that on the camera. But I'm going to do it in black. I like to go over it twice with the powder. Make sure it gets everything filled in as much as possible. Ugh. Really. Oh. Before I drop it and wipe half of it off. Here we go again with the heat tool. So there is that. Start bringing some of this back in. And I said it was stepped up, so I've got a basic black mat for that, and for this layer. And I did my flowers in advance again, and this time I did them in black as well. So let's start layering this up, shall we? Yeah. What happens is my customers get to the very end and I give them new ones, and I decide to pull out, see if I can get the last dregs out myself. These are just very, very thin mats. Where did I decide to do it? Doesn't really matter which side is up, I don't think. Go that way. Okay. Yeah, the pop of the black is just a nice effect. So the interesting news, local news in the last week, you all know that we've had this big construction project happening across the street from us. Well, a week ago, the contractor went into administration, as in went bankrupt, declared bankruptcy. That's what we would call it in the U.S. So yeah, when I hung up from doing my live last week, all of the tradies, all the contractors over there were packing up their tools and heading home because the job site shut down while the administrators on the bankruptcy case figure out what they're doing. So there's been a little bit of action over there every day, as I think tradies have come in and gotten more of their tools. Some crews have come in and made sure the site was really secure. I don't quite know everything that's been happening over there, but I do know that it has been a lot quieter, which is a good thing for us, but we would like it to just get finished. So, and I feel really, really bad for, all the contractors, the tradies who've been, I don't know, hopefully they found other work to do in the meantime, but yeah, I seem to have gotten that kind of, there we go. So, that's been a little dramatic. And the really sad news over here in Australia is that north of us on the East Coast has gotten really record rainfall and devastating flooding. The city of Brisbane in Queensland got 80% of their annual rainfall over 3 days early this week. And that's just crazy. So there are those. Now the question is, do we add some embellishments? I've got these classic matte dots. In black and white. I'm just kind of wondering what I might do. Or whether I might just leave them. What else? What do you think, guys? To embellish or not to embellish? I don't really think I want to plonk them down in the center of the flowers. Good morning, Reggie. How are you? So I did a simple and a stepped up version of this card. And I'm just trying to figure out now whether to add some embellishments or not. I could go old school and just do like 3 down there, but I'm kind of liking it as is. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it as is. And I do like both of them. I thought once I got this one done, this one would be too plain, but especially since nobody's going to receive both of them. Let me pull that out so you can just see that one for itself. And I like it. I like it just the the white and the petal pink. And I really like this one. That just pops. But I like both of them. So, well, because I was organized and prepared in advance, it's a short session today, but that's a good thing too. And I will let you get on with your days and your evenings. And I will see you again, same time, same place next week. And I believe it's the week after that. I'll have to double check my calendar, but we're coming up on the time when clocks change in the US. So if your clock changes in the next couple weeks, remember you're going to have to double check what time you'll find me. Yes, Wordy, I'm hoping that you guys aren't going to flood too badly. I know you said your yard was all wet the other day and underwater, so I'm hoping that your house is going to stay safe. Keep us posted on Facebook, please. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.